Philadelphia, the birthplace of America. Famous for a few things, yeah, you know the character. The Liberty Bell, Rocky running up the steps. But when you say Philly, it's the cheesesteak, that's the rep. Geno's and Pat's, yeah, they made it legendary. That iconic sandwich everybody loves already. But today on Buzz Cooks, we're switching up the roll. Put that Philly cheesesteak inside a crispy egg roll. That's right, an egg roll. So like, share, subscribe, hit that bell real quick. New videos every Sunday.
All right, you ready to make these awesome, amazing Philadelphia cheesesteak egg rolls? Let's get cooking. Let's start with this onion. We're just gonna do the old cut it in half, knife through the middle, make some cuts along the side, and then we just chop it and make a perfectly diced onion, just like that. So once we get the onion done, we're gonna move to our bell pepper, and we're just gonna cut down the sides, keeping the seeds, everything intact in the middle. Just like so. Then we'll julienne these and then cut them across and dice the peppers as well. And that'll be our prep work for the veggies for our Philly cheesesteak. So I'm gonna use my wok. You can use a large frying pan if you don't have a wok, but I'm gonna use the wok. Get that heat on medium high, and then we're gonna hit it with some good olive oil. And as soon as that oil starts to shimmy and glisten, we're going to start off with our bell peppers first, because they take a little bit longer to cook than the onions do. So we'll toss those in. There we go. And we'll cook those for a few minutes. Give them a head start. And we're not going to season those because we'll put the salt and pepper, basically all we're using for season, once we get the onions in. So we'll pop those in. Give them a good mix. And we're just going to season these with some salt and some pepper. And while I'm doing that, if I could remind you to please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified on new videos that come out every Wednesday, every Sunday. Really appreciate y'all very much. Channel's growing pretty good. So once we get these veggies all cooked and softened, we're going to pull them out of the pan, and then we're going to cook our meat. And I was going to grind a ribeye, but I saw a package of 1 pound wagyu. I figured, why not use wagyu? So we're going to get in there with our little masher, and we'll just start to break that meat down. And once we get the meat just about cooked, because it's wagyu, there's an extra lot of grease in there. I'm just going to go in there with a paper towel and gently suck up all that grease out of there, because we don't want all that in our egg rolls. And I'll pull that out, and I'll probably have to do this a second time because being wagyu was extra fatty, but extra flavor comes with the egg rolls that way. And there we go. So since we got that little hole in the middle, we'll throw our veggies right back in the middle. And we'll give everything a good mix. And the only other thing we're going to do is add a little bit of shredded whole milk mozzarella. Not as much for flavor, but more as a binder to hold everything together. So when we go to start to assemble our egg roll, it just makes it easier to just scoop out and have everything more held together than loosely if we didn't add the cheese. So we'll just put that in there. We'll mix it up, and then we'll transfer this to a bowl. And then we'll get over to our workstation and start to assemble our egg rolls. So I've got a package of large egg roll wrappers, a little bowl of water. So I'm going to cut a piece of provolone in half, put it on the corner there. Get a nice scoop of our mixture. Put that right on top of the provolone. And we're just going to roll and tuck. Roll it tuck it back, bring the sides over, and roll it the rest of the way up. Stop right about here. And we'll just get a little water on the edges, and that'll seal it all up. And there we go, perfect egg roll. We'll do it one more time just so you see it again. Lay down our wrapper, point towards you, slice of provolone in half, pop it right there, put our mixture right on top. There we go. And now we'll do the old roll and tuck. Bring in the sides. Roll the rest of the way up. Stop. Hit it with some water to seal. There we go. So we're going to finish up these egg rolls. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to turn my Dutch oven with my cooking oil up to medium heat. And once we reach about 350, we're going to do about 3 or 4 at a time. We don't want to overcrowd the pot. And just be careful putting it in there. You don't want to splash and get yourself. And we're going to cook these until they're nice and golden brown. Just like that. So once they get to that color, we'll pull them out, put them on some paper towel to drain, and then we'll finish frying up these egg rolls. The only thing left to do now is make the cheese sauce. Apparently you can't get Cheez Whiz out here on the West Coast, so we have to make our own style. So for what I'm going to use is Velveeta, some butter, and just some half and half. So I got my saucepan out. I'm going to turn the heat to medium. I'm going to put some butter right in there with it and start to melt that down. And once that starts to melt down, we'll get in there with a little bit of half and half, about a quarter cup of worth. And we'll just let this heat and melt and mix until it starts to smoothen out. And that will be our amazing make-believe Cheez Whiz dip for these Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. So we'll pop those into a little ramekin, serve them up, and you've got great Philadelphia cheesesteak egg rolls with Cheez Whiz for any event, any big game, any party. Hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
Legendary, that iconic sandwich everybody loves already. But today on Buzz Cooks, we're switching up the roll. Put that Philly cheesesteak inside a crispy egg roll. That's right, an egg roll. So like, share, subscribe, hit that bell real quick. New videos every Sunday and Wednesday, don't miss. Now let's get cooking, yeah, let's do this right. Philly flavor, crispy crunch, it's going down tonight. Green bell pepper too. Into the wok they go, cook them up real smooth. Pull them out the pan, now it's beef time. 1 pound ribeye or wagyu, yeah, that's prime. Cook it up.